All right, guys, so in this video, we're going to look at grid alignment. So basically how to align stuff within the grid. Now, if we go to 4_3_ grid alignment and you go down to start here, we're going to look at vertical alignment. So basically we have a div with the class of row, and then we have 3 columns inside with some text. Same thing here, same thing here. And I want to show you how to align the text to the top, middle, and bottom. Now, this style is just to give the row a height. Okay, so I just gave it a height of 200 pixels and also a border so that you can see the outline of it. Now, if we want to align to the top, what we would do is where we have the row class, we would also add align dash items dash start. Okay, and start would be basically the top. And I'll save that. Now, we're not going to see any difference because they're at the top by default, obviously. Now, if you wanted to do the middle, if you wanted to align your content in the middle here, what we could do is we could say class align dash items dash center and save. Okay, now notice we're saying items, so this is basically a flex container and we're aligning all the flex items to the middle. Okay, remember the grid actually uses flex. And if I want to prove that to you, we can look at the CSS here. So if I click on the row, let's see, so we have display flex, and then up here, align items, we're setting align items center. Okay, just like you would with regular Flexbox. And if you wanted to align them to the bottom, then we could just add align items end and save, and that's going to align everything to the bottom. All right, now using align items it's going to align all of them. Okay, if we want to align individual columns, then we would use align self classes on the column, not on the row. So what we'll do here, and we're looking at this right here, so we would add on the column align, instead of items we'll use self. So align self start. If I save that, let's see, so this is going to be at the top, which it is by default anyways. If I wanted this next one to be in the middle, I'd say align dash self dash center and save, and now that one's aligned to the middle. If I want this last one to be at the bottom, I'll say align self, not bottom, end, and save, and now it's to the bottom. So you don't have to have them all on the same level. Okay, you can do self and you can do each individual column. So now let's take a look at horizontal alignment. So we're going to go to this area here, and what we want to do is take this, we have this row, and then we have these 2 4-column divs, so right here. And let's say that we want these to be aligned to the left. So for the row, we would add a justify dash content dash start and save. Now we're not going to see any difference because that's actually the default. They're aligned to the left by default. If we wanted to do center, what we would do is go to the row here and add the class of justify dash content dash center, and we'll save, and now you can see that these are aligned in the center. If we wanted to do the right, we could do justify content dash end and save, and now they're aligned to the right. We also have content around. Basically what this will do is just add the spacing around the content. So right here, let's say justify dash content dash around and save, and it added the spacing basically around each one. Okay, it didn't center it like this and put all the spacing on each side of both columns. It put it around each one of the column. We can also do content between. So if we say justify content between and save, now what that did is it put the extra spacing in between here. Okay, nothing on the sides. So that's horizontal alignment. Now We can also do, I want to show you an example of column wrapping. So basically, if we have a row, we have a class of col9, so 9, 4, and 6, which obviously is over 12. And I just wanted to show you that when we do that, it just wraps, okay? It wraps around and goes on the next line. What I also wanted to show you is how to add no gutters. And what I mean by gutters is the spacing in between. Okay, by default, your columns are going to have spaces in between, but if you want to get rid of that, what you can do is on the row, the div with the row, you can add the class of no gutters. So if I save that, now you'll see that there's no spacing in between. So you might want to use this for like an image gallery or something like that where you want the images actually touching each other. All right, so that's pretty much it for grid alignment, guys. In the next video, we're going to start to look at some of the Flexbox classes that are new to Bootstrap 4.